The 6th of September 2023. This is the release date for Starfield. The new trailer has allowed us to glean a few new bits of information about the game. We'll look at that in just a moment. But about that release date, I was hoping for it to be much earlier, around June, perhaps a little bit before that, but alas, it's not to be. So September it is. That makes for roughly a 10-month delay from the original release date of November 2022. What's more, the developer conference known as Starfield Direct is happening on the 11th of June this year, so just a few months until we get a whole load of new footage and information about the game. Just how likely it is that we get additional information between now and Starfield Direct is anyone's guess, but I suspect it's very unlikely. Meanwhile though, let's see what information we can glean from this trailer. So straight away we can see that it is possible to dock with the Constellation station. It looks like this may be the interior of that station. We can see through the windows above the planet that the station is orbiting. It does seem to match the planet we can see here, right? And we also now have a rough scale of this station. The windows on the top there are the windows we can see in the other clip. And although there's nothing new in this segment, I just want to take a moment to really admire the beauty of these locations. Throughout the trailer we're getting these very odd looking transitions, and they are directly related to the story, no spoilers there, and that in turn is probably related to this very location. And perhaps it's just me, but this very much has interstellar vibes. Fourth dimension anyone? Meanwhile, Todd Howard chats a little bit throughout the video, telling us nothing new, and there is some new footage in the background here. Unfortunately, it's way too blurry to be of much use, other than to give us some indication that it's very much Fallout-like and, well, similar to the Elder Scrolls series as well. In fact, we can see the radial menu in the background here, and yes, it's identical to that of Fallout, or at least more or less. Now, throughout the video, we also get to see a few really nice locations. I know for sure people are going to say these are reminiscent of No Man's Sky. Personally, I don't think Starfield is going to be anything like No Man's Sky, aside from perhaps the concept of the various different planets and biomes. So I'm going to upscale this image and see if we can get a slightly better view. Okay, so this was upscaled by a factor of 6, and yes, it is a better view. We can get a much better picture of what is going on here, although it doesn't reveal anything too new. That said, I'm kind of curious what that backpack is here. Is it a jetpack? It doesn't look like one to me. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. On the bottom right, we can see a huge number of bullets being carried for this weapon, so unless it's super rapid firing, they're not going to run out of ammunition anytime soon. And of course, the structures immediately in front of the character are wind farms. Very pretty location overall then. Next up, we're going to do exactly the same for this image. And again, that gives us a nice insight to the image. Not perfect by any means, but a little bit better than what we had on the person's monitor there. Elsewhere, we get a glimpse at the player inventory, and this inventory seems super simple, doesn't it? So hopefully very easy to navigate. Down on the bottom there, right in the middle of the screen, you can also see it has the ability to hide helmet in breathable planets. Meanwhile, here we get a very quick glimpse of a monster that happens to be at level 75. Now, that doesn't tell us a whole lot, especially as we don't know the level cap, but it does tell us there are quite a lot of levels at the very least. So there we have it, a somewhat unexpected video drop from Bethesda in the middle of the week, giving us that release date, that long anticipated release date for Starfield. Again, September 2023, a bit further away than I personally would have liked. I suspect many people would agree, but at least we have that release date in our hands now. There's an interesting thought actually around this, another delay, that 10-month delay. Is this down to Microsoft or is it down to Bethesda? The interesting thing is that we all know that in the past Bethesda have released games in a pretty poor state, just to put it mildly. Maybe this time around things are going to be different at the hands of Microsoft, as they will no doubt want Starfield to be in a very good state. This is a huge deal for the Xbox Game Pass platform, both for PC and the Xbox console itself, and it's undoubtedly that Microsoft will want everything to go off with as few hitches as possible. Whilst I'm certainly not going to hold my breath about this, just maybe Starfield will be one of the first Bethesda titles to release without a significant number of bugs. Let's see how that one plays out. Meanwhile, here's another Starfield video on the screen. Do have a look, I think you'll find this one interesting, as in it I talk about some of the things that we just keep getting wrong about the game. Do have a look. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.